Good evening, Dragonites. How's everyone doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful week so far. If you're having a good week, that's fantastic. You got 2 more days. If you're not having a good week, hey, you only have 2 more days. Hang in there. I want you to take a good look at this beautiful dragon here with its breathing the smoke for us. Oh, it smells really good. I'm burning an incense called 7 Chakras, which, I don't know, news to me. I never heard of it before. It smells really good. Anyway, take a good look at him because next time you see him, he is going to be painted. And thank you, Dragonites, for letting me know what your thoughts were. I agree. I think he needs to be purple with maybe electric blue accents. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be great. So next time you see him, he will likely be painted. So there you go. All right. This is our 4th and final Whip and Chat for the Designer Dragons event for January. Today is the 29th. So, okay, Dragonites, remember, your canvases are due by tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you're Central or Mountain time, factor accordingly. So there are no exceptions. So please have your final picture of however much you're going to work on your canvas, whether that's a completion or wherever you are, please have it in by tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time, so that we can include you in the final whip parade for the event. Special thanks goes out to Miss Donna, Diamond Art Joy. She is the guardian of your masterpieces. She does our whip parades and she does an amazing job. I'm jealous of her skills and ever so amazed at the kind of stuff she can do. It's just incredible. So extra thank you, Donna, for helping me to do that. I really do appreciate it. Extra thank you to all of you who have already gotten your finished canvas or your final photo over to us. Really, really appreciate it. I do want to also let you know, I am absolutely impressed with how beautiful your paintings have come out. All of my Dragonites have channeled their inner dragon onto their canvas, and they are stunning. I am absolutely enthralled and amazed and so impressed by all of you. So thank you for getting them done. Thank you for forwarding them. They are gorgeous. I cannot wait for you to see the final whip parade. It's going to be amazing. They're just gorgeous. Your paintings are extraordinary. So big congratulations to all of you because they really are beautiful. Also, along with this final whip and chat, we are going to be learning about one final dragon-esque creature tonight. Not going to be a really long time, which is probably good because I do have quite a bit of housekeeping that I need to talk to you about. Okay, not the least of which is that we are going to do our drawing tonight for our postcards and Coverminders. There will be 20 winners. The first 10 of you are going to have postcards and Dragonite Coverminders. The second 10 of you are going to have Dragon Coverminders. So there will be 20 altogether. Now, I do currently have 4 additional Dragonite Coverminders, and I'm expecting more. Thanks to Ray over at SugarRayCrafts. Thank you so much, Ray, for making these gorgeous, beautiful Dragonite Coverminders. Oh my God, each one is a work of art. They're just beautiful. She is going to be sending me a few more, so there's going to be a few extra. Those last 4, the way that you get them is for a $5 donation to the GoFundMe link in the description, which is set up to help offset the veterinary fees for my bearded dragon Finnian, which you guys have seen on and off. I might even bring him in again today. We'll see how he's doing as we get to that point. But if you donate $5 to the GoFundMe link that's in the description box, I get notification that you sent it. Once I see that, then I will get your Coverminder in the mail to you. There's no additional fee. That will cover the shipping, I think. So yeah, you don't need to worry about anything else. As soon as I see that you've actually donated $5 to Finnian's GoFundMe campaign for his vet bills, then I will send you a thank you electronically and let you know I've received it and that your Dragonite is in the mail. Now, if you want to contact me and ask me if they're still available when you decide you want to do that, you're welcome to do that ahead of time. Also, SugarRayCrafts, bless her heart, has offered to do another fundraiser to help Finnian get to his veterinary bills. She is a card maker, beautiful card maker. So she will be talking about that on her own channel. When that video is finished, I will be linking it into my next video, so you'll be able to hear and see her talk about it and how she's going to do it and what the requirements are going to be and how you can purchase these cards that she's making. She really does amazing, amazing work. I absolutely love her cards. In fact, might be able to show you some of her extraordinary work. Let me see if I have it available. I do. So this was a card that she sent to me when she sent me a beautiful dragon canvas that I absolutely love, that I have in my stash ready to work on because I love it. But I haven't done it yet, but I will. But yes, this is one of Ray's beautiful cards. You can see it says lots of love. It's got a beautiful sleeping dragon on it. It's got textured dragon scales. I mean, it's very, very beautiful. So yes, so this is the one that she made for me. Here's her little note. So yeah, you can't have this one. This one's mine. But I just wanted you to see a sample of the extraordinarily beautiful work that she does. You know, if I had a set of these for Christmas, I would be over the moon, overjoyed. So, be on the lookout. Her channel again is SugarRayCrafts, all together. SugarRayCrafts. So, when you get a chance, you know, you should go over and check out some of her videos and some of her really cool paper crafting projects. So she's going to let us know how that's going to work. So you will have an opportunity to own some of her beautiful work for a donation. And she will let you know how much the donation will be for what she will be offering for the fundraiser. So I'm going to be putting that up on my channel as soon as I am made aware of it. So thank you, Ray, in advance. That's so kind of you to offer to help my little Finnian. You know how much he means to me. So thank you for that. Okay. Now, here's how it's going to work. So we're going to be talking about the dragon of the week. Then we're going to have Neil, who's right over here in the standby section.
Hi.
He's going to be pulling names out of that little heart-shaped box right there. All of you are in there that are signed up for the event, with the exception of the 3 of you who said to take your name out of consideration. So that's what I have done. I'm going to be working on this partial for this evening, because I am doing the 100 partial challenge for the year with Diamond Painting with Jack and the Lounge with Annette. They are co-hosting the event. So I already showed you the first 2 dragon partials. The first month, which is this month, the theme was a series. And so I did a series of dragons. So I've already posted 2 in the group. I showed you the 2 that I posted on my prior video. Then I've completed this one. This one, I will be taking the picture and it will be going up very soon, before the weekend. So that will be the one that I put up there. That's the 3rd one in the series of 4. And then this will be the fourth one. If I can just get this finished by the 31st, which is in 2 days, then I will put that up as well. And that will be my series of partials for January. And that will bring my partials total to 15. So I'm excited for that. Okay, now here is what we're going to be doing the drawing for. So the first 10 of you, I'm sorry I don't have more light in here. I wish I did, but I don't. The first 10 of you are going to win the postcard with Arietta, the Crafty Witch UK's beautiful original artwork that she specifically did for this event. So thank you again, Arietta. It's beautiful. Every time I look at these cards, it makes me just breathtakingly happy and makes me smile. The first 10 of you that win are going to win the postcard with the original artwork for the Designer Dragons event and the Dragonite Coverminder. The second 10 of you are going to win a Coverminder here in this second row. And the Coverminders here on the bottom, these are the ones that are going to be available for $5 donation to the GoFundMe link. So hopefully you can get a fairly good look. Again, I wish I had better lighting. I don't. I'm sorry. So that's what's happening. Now, if your name is called and you're a winner and you're not that excited about one of these Dragon Eyes, I do have some left over from the September event. So I'll give you a close-up of those. I have to just turn this over so that you can see what is available. So over here, we have Tinkerbell, there's Snow White, Red Riding Hood, Belle, and I'm not sure who the little pink girl is supposed to be. Anyway, so there's some Disney princesses, including a little Tinkerbell there at the top. There's some sea creatures over here. The top ones are very tiny, which I love for partials and for snack size canvases. They're very, very cute. So there's a couple of turtles. There's an oyster. There's a starfish. There's a cute little, the cutest little seahorse. Just this little green one up here. There's an oyster. There's a stingray with a cute little smile on his face. There are two little crabs. There's a little pink crab right here. And then there's a bigger little brown crab. And then there's a fish, and there's a couple of starfish, and there's a scallop seashell, and there's a palm tree, and then there's a lavender seahorse right here. A couple of starfish, a little sailboat, a couple of cocktails for the beach. I also have one troll left with orange hair. He's funny. He's got putty on his nose. Silly troll. Okay, so there's the troll. There's a little butterfly. And those of you that liked Game of Thrones will recognize the crest for the family Targaryen with the three dragon heads. Okay, so if you would rather have one of these instead of the Dragon Eyes, you absolutely can. So that is what you're going to be in the drawing to win. So here is what they will look like, and we will do that at the end of the WIP and Chat so that we will all see Neil pull the names out randomly, one big fell swoop. Okay, now also something that has occurred that you guys might not be aware of. Some of you probably will be. Diamond Painting with Friends group 2.0, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 Facebook group has launched. This is a different link than the original Diamond Painting with Friends Facebook group. We had some administrative changes that happened, which necessitated a different group site to be created. So it has been created. You can just join. You don't have to go through anything. You can just, follow the link in the description box, and you guys can just go right in and be a part of that site. And please do that. If you were in the original Facebook group, please make sure that you get over to Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. I'm going to put it right here on the screen. Please make sure you go over there and get into that group as well. You need to join the 2.0. As far as I understand, the original group is no longer, and you will not be able to get in there. So, again, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 is the new Facebook group to follow Diamond Painting with Friends. Link in the description. Okay. I also don't want to forget to remind you all about the November event. Now that this event is coming to a close, the next event is in February for Diamond Painting with Friends is Heart, Health, and Awareness. So that follows in February, hosted by Shenanigans with the Bergs, Yvonne. Then in March, Diamonds Around You, Vivian, is hosting Princesses. You need to contact each individual host to find out what their requirements are for their event. The Diamond Painting with Friends calendar is also in the Facebook group, so you'll see the whole year that we have available. Okay. The November event is being hosted. There's actually 3 people hosting. Margie Grice and Diamond Art Joy, Miss Donna, and I are hosting Luna and Lichens. Any canvas that has a moon in any phase somewhere on the canvas. It can be the focal point, it can be in the background, it can be somebody holding it, somebody could be sitting on a moon. As long as there's a moon on the canvas, it qualifies. Or the lichens part is wolves. Wolves, wolves, wolves. Get your favorite wolf canvas and bring it on in. Also in November, Diamond Painting with Jack is doing her Hello Kitty event. So you're going to have cats, dogs, and moons for November. So I wanted to let you know now so that you would be thinking about what kind of a canvas you might like to get if you have not selected already. You have plenty of time. So, but be thinking about it. A lot of us diamond painters like to plan ahead while we can. Okay. Also, I wanted to ask you Dragonites. I have had repeated requests from you subbies, and I adore all of you. I do. My new subbies, thank you so much for subbing in. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it. And my dyed-in-the-wool, true blue, return and comment subbies, thank you for that. I get such a charge out of seeing you guys in the comment section. I love to see you, and I love to interact with you. We are now 1,335 strong. So, woohoo! Whoever thought that was possible? Certainly it wasn't me. So that was, that was news. So thank you for that. I cannot even tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I have the most incredible subs in the whole place. And I tell people that, and it's really true. I brag about you guys because I have the best subscribers around. So thank you so much. Now, part of my thank you to you is I want to offer you some additional events that are not going to be part of any group. It's just me and my channel. I will be offering some groups for you guys along with the other diamond painting groups that are out there. Okay. I will continue to always promote Diamond Painting with Friends, and I will continue to support them as well. But I want to also do some events for you guys because you guys are the reason there's a channel here. Without you guys, there would be no channel. So, I want you to let me know in the comment section. Your first piece of homework is I want you to tell me what type of event would you like to see? What would you like to do? I will tell you what the examples are, what I have had people ask for already. And I want to know your thoughts on it. Are these one of these the ones that you would like to do? Do you have another suggestion you want to add to the list? Just keep them coming, and I will put them together and come up with some individual events to offer you. Okay. Now, what has already been suggested are the following: Under the Sea, which is, as it sounds, anything nautical. Sea creatures, seascapes, seashore, mermaids, turtles, whales, narwhals, whatever fits in that realm, you're welcome to do. There are a slew of canvases, both budget-friendly and premium, that fit this event. So if it's something you would like to do, please let me know. If you have, another suggestion, again, don't forget to let me know in the comment section. Another one is walk like an Egyptian. That would be anything Egyptian. Pharaohs, Cleopatra, Sphinx, Jackal, Osiris, pyramids, anything that says Egypt is perfectly fine. Another possibility is what's in a name. This would be any canvas that has at least one item on the canvas itself that begins with the same letter as your first name. So if your name is Abigail, you could do an antelope. You could do, an airplane. You could do Alaska. You could do the Alps. Whatever it is that starts with A would be it. If your name is, Kevin, you could do a kangaroo. You could do a koi fish. Whatever you want. So that's what's in a name. The next one is Our Better Angels, which is any winged creature, angel or otherwise, good or evil or bad, that you would like to do as long as it's a winged creature. Angels, demons, Pegasus, gargoyles, whatever you can find creature with wings. Another one is Purple Rain. Any canvas that is predominantly purple. It can have other colors too, but predominantly purple. Extra bonus points if you do one with prints on it. But anyway, so that's Purple Rain. Neil's suggestion was planes, trains, and automobiles. So any form of transportation. Cars, planes, trucks, covered wagons, horses, anything that you can ride on or in. Okay, so those are currently the ones that have been mentioned. So again, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you have another suggestion you'd like to add to the list, and I will get to work. When we will start these, I don't know yet. Let me get through the rest of this event, guys, and then we'll talk. But I do want to get preliminary ideas from you guys, what you would like to do. These events are for you, so you tell me what kind of event you would like to do. And if any of those really ring a bell with you, let me know which one or ones. Okay. Also want to remind you guys, when you are posting for an event for diamond painting with friends, be sure that you use the hashtag, which is hashtag Diamond Painting with Friends 2025. The hashtag is remaining the same, even though the group is changing the link. So always use the hashtag, please, whenever you post your work for an event. And again, if you want one of the Coverminders for the fundraiser, it's a $5 donation to the GoFundMe link in the description box. And then I will let you know I've received it and I'm mailing out your Coverminder. So that's what that's going to be for. Okay. Also, in the Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 Facebook group, there is a calendar of events in there that will tell you what they're doing each and every month. So you're not going to have to, wonder, well, what's going on. The calendar is in there for you to review at any time that you would like to. Okay, I think that's everything. That I threw a lot at you. If you have questions, you know how to reach me. My email and my Instagram are in the description box. You can leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will do my very best to answer you as quickly as I can. Okay, guys, so now on to our very last dragon. It's hard to believe that the event's just about over. I do want to send a special thank you to all of you. I have so enjoyed hosting you. You guys have been really wonderful. Thanks for making it such a great event. I've really, really enjoyed having all of you. Our last dragon or dragon-esque being that we're going to learn about is the Hydra. Ta-da-na-na. Here's just a couple of renditions of the Hydra. This is the first one. so you can see. Here is the second one. So both of these are renditions of a hydra. Okay. So, and again, this won't be terribly long. So we will just dig right in. I'm going to get some drills out here to work on. And we will get started. Okay, so in the Christian Bible, the Hydra is the 9-headed dragon and the adversary of Saint Michael. Let's see. The Lernaean Hydra, or simply the Hydra for short, is a gigantic dragon monster with numerous heads, with the center one being immortal. So again, you be extra wary of that. So the one of the heads of the Hydra is immortal. Not the rest, just one specifically, that is. So that's going to be significant later. We'll talk about it. Okay. The Hydra is the only multi-headed dragon with anywhere between 3 to 9 heads recorded. Now, you would think that would be quite a difference between 3 heads and 9 heads, but you know. But the reason it varies will become clear as we get into the story. Okay. So, in modern English, Hydra or hydra-headed can describe a difficult or multifarious situation. The name Hydra has been assigned to a genus of invertebrate freshwater animals having a circlet of 4 to 25 tentacles on one end of its tube-like body. And if you haven't seen what these creatures look like, they're really funny. You know, you can Google genus Hydra, and it will show you what these creatures look like. It's pretty funny. It looks like a tube with Muppet hair. It's kind of interesting. Okay, now put a couple drills down before we get moving here. Let's see. Make sure you guys can see. Okay. How many of you guys are joining Jack's 100 partial challenge for the year? Are you a lot of you guys working on this, or you know, or have you decided not to, or is it scary, or let me know if you're actually doing the partials event. Okay. Oh, that one's messed up. Nope, trash drill. Okay. The Hydra in Greek legend, the offspring of Typhon and Echidna, according to the early Greek poet Hesiod's Theogony, a gigantic water snake-like monster with 9 heads. The number varies, one of which is immortal. Now, you might remember we talked about another creature that was also a part of the offspring of Typhon and Echidna. Do you remember which one it is? If you don't remember, that's okay. It's not a quiz. It was the Chimera. The monster's haunt was the marshes of Lerna, near Argos, for which he periodically emerged to harry the people and livestock of Lerna. Anyone who attempted to behead the Hydra found that as soon as one head was cut off, 2 more heads would emerge from the fresh wound. So now we know why the amount of heads varies. Kind of depends on how many times it's lost a head, right? If you've only had 2 heads cut off and you had 3 heads, now you have 7 heads. But if you had 4 heads and they got cut off. Well, now you got 8 additional heads. So, you know, that's why it varies on how many it can actually have. Anywhere from 3 to 9. The destruction of the Lernaean Hydra became one of the 12 labors of Hercules. For that and other labors, Hercules enlisted the aid of his nephew, Iolaus. As Hercules severed each mortal head, Iolaus was set to the task of cauterizing the fresh wounds so that no new heads would emerge. When only the immortal head remained, Hercules cut it off too and buried it under a heavy rock. Further, he dipped his arrows in the beast's poisonous blood, or venom, to be able to inflict fatal wounds. According to Sophocles' Tragonian women, that measure eventually caused his own accidental death at the hands of his wife, Daenerys. Now you know there's a story there, don't you? Yeah, I think so. So, imagine having this big, huge creature with all these heads able to spit venom at you. I mean, wow, right? You can kind of see why they needed a hero to help them get rid of this issue. Okay, how did Hercules die? After completing his labors, Hercules had a number of other adventures, rescuing the Princess of Troy and battling for control of Mount Olympus. But none were as taxing or as significant as the labors had been. Later in his life, Hercules married his second wife, Daenerys, Deianira. When a centaur, who is half man, half horse, also the symbol of Sagittarius, I just had to throw that in, you know, because I am a Sagittarius, attempts to steal her away, Hercules shot him with an arrow that he had soaked in the poison of the Hydra. Because remember, we found out that, yeah, he dipped his arrows in there because that way they were, you know, extra bad. They had a little poison on the end and everything. Okay. As he lay dying, the centaur, realizing that his own blood is now also poisonous, gave his blood-stained tunic to Daenerys, lying to her that it will forever bind Hercules to her. Years later, when Daenerys hears a rumor that Hercules is having an affair, she gave him the blood-stained tunic to wear, hoping it would bring him back to her. However, the poisoned blood on the tunic burns Hercules' flesh, causing intense pain. Realizing that he has been poisoned, Hercules builds his own funeral pyre and burns himself to death on it. Little self-immolation there for Hercules. After he died, Athena carried him to Olympus on her chariot. According to legend, he will spend the rest of eternity with the gods of Olympus. So, yeah, that was kind of a short story, but you know, could be worse, getting to spend the rest of your days and eternity with, you know, the gods of Olympus, right? But imagine that. Imagine having it burn your flesh, but, you know, having enough time to build your own funeral pyre. Really? I don't know. Talk about being able to sustain stuff. Holy cow. So, yeah. So that is the story of our friend the Hydra. It's yet another creature born from the joining of Echidna and Typhon. And, you know, basically hung out, had all these heads, was able to regenerate right away. Kind of drove the area where it lived kind of crazy because it would just, you know, go on these little rants and raves where it would just, you know, attack the people, the livestock, the land, whatever it wanted. So, yeah. So one of the labors of Hercules, because he had to do 12 of them, that was what it was required of him, was to take out the Hydra. So he did. But I don't know if it was smart to dip his arrows in the Hydra's venom because, you know, yeah, it worked. It took out the centaur, but it also took him out in the end. So not sure what the moral of the story for that actually is, but you know, food for thought, guys. So that is the tale. So now you have heard the story of the Leviathan, Chimera, Kilgara from King Arthur's Tales, and the Hydra. So, homework number 2, let me know in the comment section, which one did you enjoy the story of the most? Which one did you like hearing about? If you had a chance to be any of them. So you literally can choose which of these dragon and dragon-esque creatures you want to be. Which one would you like to be, and what would you do if you could be them? They're kind of different. One is, you know, basically the Leviathan is a sea serpent. The Chimera is a hybrid of multiple different skills, abilities, you know, traits from different animals. And I enjoyed all of your answers to the question, which animals would you merge together if you could be a chimera? What would you want to be? I appreciated that all of you used excellent thought in how you would put that together and what kind of a creature you wanted to be and what you would do with your newly acquired powers. So thank you for doing that and playing along, because that was a lot of fun. You guys have great imaginations. I hope you use them often. Not just during the event, but, you know, stretch that imagination. Let that take you away to a different world sometimes. If you have kids especially, or grandkids, because they will be happy to go with you on that journey to a different world. And they will enjoy everything about it. So don't be afraid to go there with them. And then also Kilgara, you know, he was kind of his own man. He was, you know, the last of his kind. So I don't know, that would be a little loneliness. And he got to see an awful long time. 10,000 years is a long time to be hanging around. And then our friend the Hydra, who has all kinds of heads, and if one gets taken off, 2 more take its spot. So yeah, you could have a lot of different heads in the game, so to speak. And you know, what would you do if you were the Hydra? What would you want to accomplish? You know, let me know. So yeah, again, I really want to thank all of you for making it such a wonderful event. I have absolutely enjoyed hosting you. It's been my absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining in. I hope that you will enjoy the events for the rest of the year with Diamond Painting with Friends. Don't forget to let me know what kind of events you'd like to see on this channel, just for the Dragonites. If you have not subscribed, but you find yourself coming back to see what's going on the channel, please do consider subscribing. Feel free to take a look around, and if you would like to, just go ahead and hit that button, and you'll know anytime a new video goes up. So, yes. Interestingly, I was looking at my stats the other day, yesterday or the day before. Some of the days run together, guys. It's been a rough start to the new year. And I had to, it was funny. The video, I have over 260 videos up now, which is mind-boggling, but that's what's up there. And I'm in, you know, January was the 14 months of this channel. Its anniversary came and went, so it's been up and running 14 months. And the one that still has the most views is the video on how to seal a diamond painting. So how about that? That's been 6 or 7 months ago, and still getting comments. So I found that fascinating, because I've done a lot of different types of videos, and then some that are kind of the same. And that was the one that seems to continue to get views. And I think maybe it's because I haven't seen any of the major diamond painting manufacturers come up with videos on how to seal diamond paintings. Now, most of them, because they will tell you that, especially the premium companies, you don't need to seal it as long as you get a premium canvas. So I imagine that probably weighs into why they don't put that out there. And even the budget companies that sell a sealer don't explain how to do it. There's no tutorial. So, which I really think is a disservice, because most of the time, if I do a budget friendly, and I do them quite often, I'm going to seal it because you never know, right? And sometimes you do know. Sometimes while you're working on it, you find out that not all canvases are created equal. And you can pretty much tell, you know, a square inch or two into your canvas, oh, this is going to need to be sealed. Maybe your drills are sliding around. Maybe your glue's not that great. You know, for whatever reason, you can usually tell, yeah, this is going to need some help at the end. Okay. Sometimes before the end. I mean, have any of you had a canvas where you had to actually seal it as you go because it's been a little bit temperamental? I have. Have you guys? Yeah, so, you know, it comes up a lot. And anytime you're going to do a partial like these, like this one, or you're going to do any kind of crystals or rhinestones, when you look at the bottom and you see that they have this little silver backing, which helps the reflective quality of the crystal. Yeah, but it also means there's that little metal surface between the crystal and the glue on the canvas. Hang on, guys. Needy Chihuahua. And so, because you have that piece in there, I would always seal it anytime, whether it doesn't matter if it's keychains, doesn't matter if it's bookmarks, anytime you're dealing with a crystal or rhinestone drill that has that reflective, that silver backing to help with the reflection. Okay, there's no guarantee it's going to stay stuck to the glue on the canvas. I would absolutely, without question, I would seal it to give yourself the best possible chance that it will stay intact. You just never know. Now, you know, would they stay without sealing? They might. I mean, it's possible. But, you know, I'm a big proponent of better safe than sorry. If I'm going to put time and you know, hours into working on something, I would like it to stay intact. So if that means it takes me 3 or 4 minutes to seal it, I'm going to do it. The exception being, I personally, if I'm going to put it in a frame, then I don't usually seal it because it's going to be behind glass, and chances are, if it's okay when I put it in there, it's probably going to stay okay. And if it doesn't, you know, if I really like it and it's a couple years from now and I notice 1 or 2 drops off behind the glass in the frame, yeah, it's okay. I can always, you know, seal it then. It's not like, you know, we're going to not be able to do it later. You can always do it. So I always seal it if it's going to be a gift, because again, you don't want to give something to somebody and then have it fall apart. I mean, who wants that to be the case, right? So, and then, you know, and if you're coming up with the situation where you're finding you need to seal it and you're not really sure about it and you're a little uneasy about what to use, you know, I do have the How to Seal a Diamond Painting video on my channel. You can just go through the video library, you'll see it. And I do talk about a few different products that you can use, and the one that I prefer and why I prefer that one. So yeah, you know, if you haven't seen it and you're finding yourself in need of that information, please help yourself. Go back through there, pull up that video, and you know, see what's out there. I would also encourage you, if you do that, to check out the comment section. I have had quite a few people at this point now who have left comments to you know, put their own recommendations and suggestions. It's worth a read because, you know, you might learn something and you're already there because you're watching the video. So yeah, check out the comments, see what you think. I don't think you can go wrong with extra knowledge. I mean, if nothing else, I haven't had anybody come in there saying, you know, oh my God, I tried this and it was terrible. I haven't had any of that. So that's been good. I've had a couple people say, oh, thank God you mentioned this because I was in dire straits and it saved my project. Okay, well, that's great. And that's part of the reason why I do it. I want to share my knowledge, what I have learned, often the hard way, with you guys so that you don't have to ruin your canvases because, you know, I've already ruined a couple of mine. So that way I did it so you don't have to. So, and I have found that most of the diamond painting community, now, you know, we all know sometimes you run across some trolls, but by and large, the diamond painting community is very much comprised of good people, helpful people. Crafters in general tend to be very helpful and outgoing and, you know, will help if they can, if they have any knowledge about whatever it is you're asking about. So, and, you know, being a crafter, they've probably tried every known possible way to make it work out. So, yeah, I would put it out there. If you have a question, you know, feel free to use the comment section on any of the videos on my channel as a back and forth platform. You are more than welcome to interact with each other. In fact, I encourage it. I noticed a couple of you have done that on a couple of the videos of this particular event. So thank you for doing that. I'm really glad that you did that. And I love that you've remarked on each other's canvases in a very polite and respectful way. Thank you for that as well. I knew I didn't have to say that because I know that, you know, my Dragonites are always that way. You're that way innately. I don't have to worry about it. I'm very happy that, you know, 1,335 of you, I've only had to ever boot 3 people out of this channel in 14 months. And, you know, that tells me that the caliber of the Dragonites and the people that stop by here that become Dragonites, you know, you're my kind of people. And I have now seen what you would do if you could become one of these creatures. And I was very impressed and really happy to see how many of you had altruistic goals in your life. I would be happy to live in any world run by a Dragonite because, you know, you guys had great answers and I really enjoyed reading them. So yes, so, you know, go on through, select any of the videos you think might help. No judging on, you know, the quality of the video. I mean, I learned a lot. My early videos are, well, let's just say it, they're pretty terrible. But I learned a couple things as I went by. And I have to say, you know, when I said that, you know, without you guys, there is no channel, that's really true. And to be honest, when I started this channel, I was not convinced I really wanted to have a YouTube channel. I mean, that's the God's honest truth. I really wasn't sure. And I wasn't sure I was going to like it. I wasn't sure that I was going to want to interact with people. I knew already I did not want to interact with trolls. So I thought, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I had talked to a couple other creators that started their channels before I did, you know, that have had that problem and have had to do a little bit of referee type action. And I thought, good God, who needs that? I mean, it's a craft channel. It's supposed to be low pressure or no pressure. You know, it's supposed to be fun and entertaining and relaxing. There's no reason to be bent around the axle about anything. So, so when I started, I thought, I don't know. I'm going to give it, you know, I'm going to give it 3 months and see, you know, how I feel about it. And if I don't like it, it's going to close down, and that's okay because there's a jillion crafting channels and at least 1 million of them are diamond painting. So, you know, you guys have seen them. You know what I'm talking about. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do the best I can. So I did. And the first 3 months I thought, well, I don't hate it. I mean, I had a little bit of controversy. I knew I was going to, because that age-old, licensed artwork thing I knew was going to come up eventually. And so, I had my say in the video. And one of the artists that goes by, her name is Kate, but she goes by Pixie Sticks. She weighed in too, and we had quite a conversation in the comment section. And so, and I thought it was important all the way around. And I've had people remark on it in both directions since then. But I asked her permission, if it was okay with her, that I would like to have the conversation that we had stay up on the channel permanently, if that was okay with her. And she said, yes, absolutely. And I thanked her for being respectful, and she thanked me for letting her have her say. And, and I have left it up there for anybody that needs to read it. I hope that especially people new to diamond painting will read it, because I think there's, perspectives there that might be important for you to know as you go through your diamond painting journey. So yeah, it's been an interesting experience so far. So if you need to find out any of that information, I am considering breaking it down and putting it in a different type of playlist format. I have a lot of different thoughts about the channel, what direction I would like it to go. And so I'm just in the planning process, because, it's a new year. It's been a tough year already. And so, a lot happening in my life. So I'm taking the census part of it now, and I'm thinking about the things I would like to do for the channel, and what I no longer want to do with the channel. So that's all in the drawing board stages. But, and I plan to ask my Dragonites every step of the way, what are your thoughts on this? Because again, I think of this as our channel. I do, obviously, I have the final say, because, I'm responsible for the channel and keeping it going, and, setting the tone for which it is going to continue. So that's all out there. But again, if it's not a channel that's enjoyable by the people in the community, and I don't mean everybody, nobody can please everybody. For God's sake, I wouldn't even try. But if the majority of people that come by here have a good experience, that's good enough for me. So I'm going to always ask you, hey, what would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? What do you think of this topic? Is this something you're interested in? I don't want to send you a questionnaire on every video and bore you to death, but I do want your input, because again, this is our time together and you are part of us, right? So that is sort of what I'm thinking. How that's going to look will probably, vary a little bit. It won't be exactly the same each and every video, but I'm going to be looking for your input, fairly often as the trajectory of the channel, changes and grows and does its thing. So yes, and I'm always interested in feedback, again, in a respectful way. And, we can agree to disagree at any time. That's okay. We can do that. We're grown-ups. That is something we should have already learned how to do. So we can do that. I am not going to be heartbroken if you want to say something that you think is critical. I may not agree with you, and that's okay. But I will probably still tell you, thank you for letting me know that that's how it came across to you. I appreciate that. Because, if it came across that way to one person, it probably came across that way to more than one. Okay, so those are things that I feel I benefit and I learn from. Same thing, if you enjoy the channel, if you like the content, if you thought of a way while you were watching a video that, it could be expanded upon, I'm interested in all of the feedback that you can offer. So that's where that is. And I will definitely keep you guys posted as, you know, opportunities come in. There will always be unboxings. There will always be completions. I hope, God forbid. I'm feeling a little bit under the gun and slogged down a little bit with completions because it's like I said, it's been a hard year so far. And my ability to sit down and paint for good, you know, long stretches of time has been a little bit impeded. So that makes it a little more challenging to get completions because let's face it, you can do an awful lot of unboxings for, you know, one completion. So and that is one of the areas I'm going to try to work on. I'm going to try to get the completions on the screen more so that there's a little bit more of a balance. I know it's kind of unboxing heavy at the moment. So I am going to work on trying to get more completions done. I did learn a lot this past year about, you know, my style of diamond painting, amount of time that I need for certain size canvases, that I need to stick to smaller canvases for events if I want to finish them, or I have to be content with the fact that they're going to be a WIP. But those of you that are new, a WIP is a work in progress. So, you know, I've learned about, you know, a little bit more about what type of diamond painter I am, what my style is, where my strengths are, where my challenges are, how to kind of fit that in. If I want to continue to do events, you know, how to do that most effectively and efficiently. So yeah, last year was an important year. That was kind of my mission for 2024. And I stuck to it and I tried a bunch of things. I jumped outside of my comfort zone and I jumped back in to my comfort zone. I tried a lot of, you know, much larger canvases than I normally would do. I tried a myriad of other type of off-canvas projects, which were not really comfortable for me either. So I learned a lot and I'm glad I did it. So now going forward, I feel a little bit more educated on, you know, what I need to do to enjoy my diamond painting journey as much as possible. I also found out that I'm not interested in anything that causes it to be stressful. To me, that takes the joy out of it for me, and I'm not doing it. I have a stressful life. I have a very stressful life. So I diamond paint to take the stress out of it. So I don't want to have diamond painting be a stressor. That's just, you know, antithetical to, you know, the goal here. So yeah. And I'm pretty easygoing. It takes quite a bit to really, you know, get on my last nerve. I don't like lying by anybody. Can't stand it. So that's probably my number one pet peeve. I can take any truth in any circumstance, you know, easy or hard, way better than I can try to navigate, you know, what kind of deceit this is and why and what's the benefit to who. You know, I just don't want to run it through my brain that hard because to me that's a waste of my brain power. I don't want to spend that kind of time on lying because it doesn't benefit literally anybody. So other than that though, I don't really have too many other issues that really, you know, cause angst for me. My family is off limits. You know, that's an area of my life where if you can't say anything nice, then really don't say anything at all. Other than that, yeah, I'm pretty open to whatever. I mean, you know, I don't think there are topics, you know, public topics, social topics that can't be discussed, you know, between level-headed adults. Whether you agree or not, you know, that's it. Right now, we have the right not to agree. Don't ask me a year from now, but right now, yeah, we can agree to disagree. You know, I might have one opinion, you might have a totally different opinion. Great. That's what makes it interesting. That is what conversation should be about, right? And I think it's also a learning opportunity. If you're talking with somebody and you know that their views are different from yours, well, hey, how better to broaden your horizons? Because even if you don't agree, it's kind of important to understand what the thought process and the feelings are on somebody who has oppositional views from yours, because you know, we're all human beings. We're all on the planet at the same time. You know, what is the point of, you know, having it be difficult? I don't think there is one. So, yeah, that's all there is here. So that's what's happening with the channel. That's what's happening this year. That's kind of what I learned from last year. And, yeah, still love diamond painting, still love rubber stamping. I'm still a paper crafter, always will be. Sometimes it's hard for me to decide which one to do because I love both of them so much. So, and some days diamond painting wins, and some days, you know, paper crafting wins. Kind of depends on what the situation is, my level of fatigue, and what I'm planning to do. Because, as I think I mentioned back several videos now, I live with chronic pain that is only, I'm going to say, moderately well controlled with medical intervention. So, you know, it's, and anybody that lives with chronic pain can tell you that it's a challenge every waking moment, because it absolutely changes you as a human being. It changes your sleep patterns. It changes your personality. It changes the way that you look at the rest of the world. It changes the way you feel about people who can take medication and get relief from their pain. There's a lot to it. So, so it's important to me to be able to have the ability to just enjoy letting my brain just, you know, kind of coast for a while. Something that's not too difficult physically, so that it doesn't add to my pain. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. So yeah, so diamond painting is a respite for me, just like rubber stamping is a respite for me. I can get lost in it for a while and try not to think about how much I hurt, because if I had to stop and think about how much I hurt all the time, that would send me to the loony bin. Like, I don't want to have to focus on it, because some days it's pretty terrible and some days it's only mildly awful. So, you know, but there's never a day that it's not the first thing that hits me in the morning and the last thing before I shut my eyes into unconsciousness at night. So yeah. So that's what's happening with the diamond painting journey. My little Finnian, all of my dragons are up again. I'm telling you, this has been the worst brumation season ever on record for them. It's been terrible. Everybody's been bouncing up and down like yo-yos. Nobody has stayed asleep. Poor little Claire, she had a seizure the other day after not having them for months and months, and then she had one. No real understanding why, so I suspect that she's going to be here for life. I was trying to decide if I should find her a forever home or if she should stay here, but I don't feel comfortable placing her in another home if she's going to continue to have sporadic seizures, because at any time she might need extraordinary care. At any time she may have a seizure that takes her life. You know, it comes with extra stressors all the time. So I can't in good faith, and this is the hard part too of being a rescuer, is you have to have the ability to look at an animal, because we want, as a rescuer, we want all of them to have loving homes. I mean, that's the goal. You want them to work through their trauma, which is what you're here to help them do. You've gotten them out of a terrible situation. You're helping them get back to where they should be. And then you want to see them go to someone who's going to just love them for who they are for the rest of their cute little life. So, you know, that part, for the most part, was finished with Claire. She was off on her own and doing okay and being a typical she-dragon, or so we thought. But now that she's periodically, you know, having not grand mal seizures like initially. These are more where she just kind of goes rigid and, you know, almost like a hard reset, you know, like somebody's being electrocuted. She just kind of goes off track for a minute, isn't responsive, doesn't respond to her name, doesn't respond to stimulus. and then all of a sudden, you know, you can call her name and she's, you know, totally disregarding it. And then all of a sudden you'll say it once or twice, and then all of a sudden she'll respond. You're like, oh, okay, she's back. So, I just wouldn't want somebody, well, number one, I don't want to put her in a situation where somebody may stress her out and, you know, or accidentally breed her, which would be a terrible thing, because reproduction takes such a toll on a dragon's body that, you know, unless they're really in peak shape and of the right age, that should not be happening. So I don't want to risk that she's going to get in that situation. I don't want to risk that something will happen and she may pass away and somebody's heart will be broken. So in her situation, I mean, I have placed dragons. You can look back on my Finnian's Lair channel. You'll see little Saturn, who was cute as a bug's ear. He just needed a new home, basically. He was a little small, so I got him up to specs. And he was very sweet. Nice little dragon. But he really just needed, you know, a home with young people. So he was put in a home that, number one, already had a dragon. And had it was a home where they had two daughters, a younger teenager and an older teenager. And now he has one of those girls all to himself, and she adores him, and he's living a great life. So I was happy to see that. It's heartbreaking, but that was a good thing. And then I have selected dragons and gotten them over the majority of their juvenile lives before placing them with somebody, so that I knew that they were going to be okay, and that just with basic care they were going to be fine, and hope that they got more than basic care. But you know, when you have an animal who's essentially going to be special needs, which she is going to be, because while she's handling the seizures okay for now, I don't know what it's doing to her brain. I don't know what the long-term ramifications might be for her. So she's going to have somebody who is willing to put in the time and the money, whatever amount of money I'm going to have to figure out how to get, to try to do right by her, because, you know, that's the minimum she deserves. So the only way I can make sure that happens is I have to be the one to do it. So now the downside of that, it also means that I can't take in any more dragons in need of rescue and rehabilitation. I mean, I have one more tank, so if I have somebody that, you know, needs to go out of town for a week or something and they need somebody to look after their dragon, I can do that. But until somebody passes, I can't take in any more dragons as, you know, pure rescue, because that's a big time and resource commitment. And there's one of me and there's already 4 of them, and 2 out of 4 are special needs at this point. Finn, because, you know, his legs don't work right all the time, and Claire, because apparently she's likely to have a seizure anytime. So that is kind of where we are with that. So so those of you that were kind of hoping she would stay, well, she is. So that's what's happening with her. My little Finn, he's hanging in there. I have many a question, and I know, because I talked to his vet over and over again, and she's really great about taking phone calls, but the thing is, she can't answer me really without having the testing done that she wants to do to get to the bottom of what's happening with him. And that's a minimum of $1,000 of vet bills, between $1,000 and $1,200 probably, plus the cost of whatever the treatment turns out to be, if there is one available. So that's the purpose of the GoFundMe. $1,000 extra in our lives is a lot of money. So that's what's going on with that. But I would like to know, I mean, I will take him as however I can get him. And I don't mind. I have to, you know, I have to put him in position in order to feed him. We have to do that in kind of a special way. I have to, you know, check and make sure nothing is happening with his tail section or inside of his tail section because he doesn't have normal feelings, so he's not doing any of the typical things with his pores that, you know, male dragons generally do because it's not entering his realm. He drags himself sometimes rather than, you know, and then sometimes I put him in his cart and then he can kind of roam around. But it also really fatigues him, and that's one of the reasons I'd like to find out, why is it fatiguing him? Is it his age? I mean, in March, he will be 10 years old. Or is it something that could be treated? I mean, that's what keeps me up at night, because I would like to know. But, so he takes extra time, and Claire takes extra time, and that's just normal. Now, and Ruby is, I don't know what's happening with her. She's on a ritual fast. I don't know what's happening with her. She's not trying to sleep, so it's not a brumation thing. But she doesn't want any protein, and she doesn't really want greens. I mean, she's drinking water, which has been good. She doesn't seem to be losing any weight at the moment, so it's a mystery. I'm not sure what's happening with her. I did give her fresh light bulbs, so she has fresh UVB and fresh basking. So I'm hoping that that might, you know, stimulate an appetite. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with her. I'm going to have to figure that one out. And then Merlin is mostly okay, except that he didn't really brumate either. A couple, you know, a week here, a few days there, then he's up again, then he's down for a couple days, then he's back up for a week. It's been a nightmare. I suspect it has a lot to do with climate change. The weather is weird. I mean, it's snowing in Florida, really. I mean, and then there was an earthquake on the northeast coast, which is kind of interesting. You know, it's one thing, we get them all the time, but when you're not actually set up for them, it's a whole different ballpark. So I think it's confusing to them because these are animals that rely on seasonal changes to let them know that, oh, okay, I know what this season is for. Let me get on that. Oh, I know what this season means. Oh, I know what that temperature means. Let me get on that. When it's, you know, back and forth in a week and you've got 3 or 4 different changes, it's kind of more than they can really do, you know, easily and like they would if they were in Australia having their typical seasons. So I suspect that's what it is. I mean, there have been times when maybe one of the dragons either wasn't feeling well, was undergoing treatment or whatever, and they didn't brumate, and that's okay. But what's happening now is all of them are not on a typical brumation schedule. So it's concerning. So that's what's happening there. So yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to, you know, get this GoFundMe going again and be able to get, you know, Finn really evaluated to find out, you know, what are we missing? What is happening? Is there something going on? Is there something happening internally? Is there something, you know, is his diet missing something? Like what is going on? So that's kind of my hope, is that we're going to be able to figure that out. So that's happening. Yeah, other than that though, you know, they're hanging in there. My grandkids are growing crazy, getting older. My youngest, my little Lucas, he turned 2. His birthday's 2 days before mine, clever little guy. So he's 2 now. His brother, Caden, is my oldest grandson, and he is going to be 8 years old in February. It's just unbelievable. And then my little Mason, he'll be 7 in June. And my little Layla will be a year old in March. And she's walking already. At 10 months, she's walking away. It's just crazy. So yeah, but otherwise, I mean, everybody's doing good. My sons are good. My grandkids are good. Thank God. I mean, everybody's kind of struggling financially. So, you know, it's a thing. But there's just a lot that's had to happen in a short period of time that's really wearing me out. So anyway, so that's what's going on, guys. So now I think it is time to get to the drawing because I have taken your time more than I should be allotted. So I'm going to turn this toward Neil so that he can, whoops. Okay, well, I'll be turning it toward Neil in just a second. I may have to hold it, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about the Hydra, because, you know, he's kind of interesting. I'm trying to figure out where I put my papers. So, okay, again, we're going to do the drawing for the 10 postcards with the Coverminders, and then we'll do for just the Coverminders. So stay tuned. And again, if you're interested in a Dragon's Eye Coverminder for the $5 donation for Finnian's care, you can hit that GoFundMe link, and we will, and I will send you one. So, and if you have questions, let me know. And don't forget what your homework assignment is. What kind of events do you want to see? If you could be one of these 4 dragons you learned about, which one would you want to be? And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say in there. Okay, did you mix them up?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Your box is coming.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about the box, though. We're worried about what's in the box. So let's pick the first one for one of the Coverminder postcard combinations.
Okay. First one is Diamonds Around You, Vivian.
Yay! Congratulations, Vivian. Vivian, I don't think I have your address, so please get in touch with me and get me your address so I can get your postcard Dragon's Eye Coverminder in the mail to you, please. Some of you that were in the September event, I have your addresses, but if you haven't given it to me and you're new this event and you win, I'm going to need you to get that to me before I can get you your prize. Okay, number 2.
Boy. Mary's Secretions? I don't know.
Mare's Creations.
Okay.
Okay, Mare's Creations. Congratulations, Mare's Creations.
And next, Diamond Art Joy.
Woohoo! Diamond Art Joy, Miss Donna. Yay. All right.
And that's 3.
That is 3 of our 10 for the postcard Coverminder combination.
The next is Diane Hamilton, 8182.
Yay, Diane. Congratulations. Woohoo. Nice. All right.
And here we go with the next one. Roxanne Samscott.
Yay, Roxanne Samscott. Woohoo. Good job. Yay. Good job. Thank you, Neil, and congratulations, Roxanne. Very nice. Okay, number 6 for the postcard Coverminder combination.
Being a little difficult here.
Well, I had to fold them up so that you couldn't cheat.
I dropped it on the floor.
Well, pick it up. There you go.
Sedona
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Sedona. Yay. All right, that is 6. Okay, number 7 for the postcard and Coverminder combination.
Alexis Marin.
Yay, Alex. Now, Alexis, I know I don't have your address, so you're going to have to get it to me ASAP, please, so that I can get your postcard and Coverminder combination in the mail.
Then we have Snuggy's Crafting Corner.
Okay. Congratulations, Snuggy. I think you gave me, even though you're new to this event, I think you gave me your address. So I think I have it. If not, please get it to me. Okay, number 9 out of 10 for the postcard Coverminder combo.
Robbers 683.
Robears 683. Congratulations, Robbie. Okay. All right.
Last one.
Last one for the combination.
Crafting with Sam.
Woo! Crafting with Sam. Congratulations, Samantha. All right, that is our 10 combination gifts and prizes. Now we're going to do Coverminders only.
All righty.
Pretend you don't see my stash back there, you guys.
Shenanigans with the Bergs.
Shenanigans with the Bergs. That's Yvonne. Congratulations, Yvonne. I have your address as well.
And then we have Corinne Richardson.
Woohoo! Yay! Congratulations, Corinne. You will be the owner of your very own Dragon's Eye Coverminder. Okay.
And next is Ricky Bennett.
Yay, Ricky! Ricky Bennett. Okay. And 4th winner for the Coverminder.
Come on. Here we go. Nuck and Futz 2215.
Yay! Nuck and Futz. Congratulations, Krista. Okay, number 5.
Number 5 is Felicia Connolly.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Felicia. I'm pretty sure I have your address as well, since you were also in the September event. Number 6. Next time I'll use bigger piece of paper.
Is Megan Dix.
Yay, Megan. Crafty Megs wins a Dragon's Eye Coverminder. Okay, 4 more winners.
Okay. Next is Diamond Doodler.
Diamond Doodler. Woohoo. Okay. Congratulations, Diamond Doodler. don't think I have your address, Diamond Doodler, so please get in touch with me.
And then we have Diamonds and Things, Lois.
Yay, Lois! Congratulations! And 2 more.
All right.
Remember, guys, if you want to get a Dragon's Eye Coverminder for the $5 donation to the GoFundMe link, it's in the description, and we appreciate it.
Then we have Shannon Green.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Shannon. I don't think I have your address either, so please get in touch with me. And 1 more, our last winner.
Last winner.
Gina's over there trying to help you out.
Yeah. Cassidy Higginbottom.
Congratulations, Cassidy. I know I don't have yours because I believe that you are one of our friends from across the pond. So I definitely am going to need your address. All right, guys, that is everybody. Congratulations to the winners. And once again, thank you all so very much for being part of the Designer Dragons event. And don't forget to please go into the new Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 Facebook group. Also, link in the description. And I just have to give you a big thank you because you guys were wonderful and I so enjoyed hosting you. You guys have been great. I adore each and every one of you. Thank you for making this event so much fun and so interesting, and for participating. I could not be happier to have all of you as my subs. So have a wonderful rest of your week. The wrap up for the event will be coming in a couple of days, and that will include the WIP parade finale for the event with everybody's finishes. Please remember, you have until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time to get that photo over. If you don't get it, then you're not going to be in the final WIP parade. So I'm sorry. I hope you get it in before that. And I think that pretty well wraps it up. Again, I hope you enjoyed the event. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about some dragon lore, some of these magical and fantastical creatures that live in our hearts and minds, and that you spent a little time and just kind of kicked back and, you know, enjoyed diamond painting and enjoyed your canvases, and that you will remember this event fondly with happy memories. All right, everybody, remember, always be a dragon. Spread your wings. Protect those you love. Have fiery passion. Stay strong. Slay your fears. And always fly high, rise up, and soar. Dragonites rock. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you in the next one. And congratulations, winners. Have a good evening, everybody. You want to say bye?
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.